Hello, world. I hope everyone is having a good Wednesday. Couple minutes late, as usual, right? Around here on the Rad Mom channel, nothing new. Actually, I'm kind of pivoting from being the Rad Mom channel, as anybody who's been paying attention will probably know already, hopefully. Because, I mean, for one thing, it's not like it was taking us anywhere, right? You know, full frontal assaults don't actually work, do they? So, been pivoting somewhat. Oh, good, Kitty's here. Hello, hello.
Oh,
How
how's
you
it
doing?
going?
Oh, just fantastic. Nothing insane's happened since we spoke last. I don't know why you asked. How are you?
Depressed.
Oh, why? You have so much
Well,
to
no,
think
just
about.
like there's so much going on right now, and just like, well, fuck, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
And like, it's like intellectually speaking, it's gonna get worse,
Yeah.
and but when it does, you're just like, oh, it's still just like fuck, a punch in the gut.
But it's never, I mean, okay, maybe this is me, but I did not expect them to kidnap the Venezuelan president. That seems especially insane. Perhaps that's just me.
Yeah,
I didn't see that coming. I woke up to that news and I just was like, wait, what?
I didn't see that coming either, but it makes sense if you kind of understand the strategy of what they're doing
I
and where they're
don't.
going.
I really don't. Just looks like the CIA is like grandpa trying to go to work at 2 o'clock in the morning and it's time to put him in a home.
The reason why they did it,
Yeah.
was because they need resources to go to war. They're planning World War III. That's probably going to happen within the year, no doubt. Because
Goody
what they're
goody.
doing, if you're looking at where they're beefing up their military and stuff, and what they have been doing, and where they're going right now, they're trying to make the case to go to war with Iran.
Mm.
To be able to go to war, you need the resources, and Venezuela has the most oil, even more than Saudi Arabia. They need it to fuel to fuel the war. They need the resources to be able to go do that. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to, well, now, as you can see, if you look at the mainstream media, they're trying to make it seem like the Iranian population is wanting them to intervene because of of the because it's a whole dictatorship supposedly, which is bullshit. But yet it's funny because there are these fake fucking protests to free Iran, and they're calling for the Shah, the fucking monarchy, the dictatorship that was before that, to come back into place. It's because they're the people that are protesting in Iran. They're all fucking Mossad. They're all Israeli fucking infiltrators, and there's not many of them. But what they're doing is they're trying to sow chaos in Iran so that there's pretext to be able to invade it. Right? And like in Canada too, it's been going hard with the fucking whole Iranian shit. And so what they're wanting to do is they're wanting to take out Iran so that they can have the Middle East base that's in part of the Israeli project. They're also beefing up
Mm-hmm.
military in
Mm-hmm.
Taiwan, because and then after Iran falls, what they're trying to do is they're trying to surround China, and then they want to box in Russia. That's why we have a bunch of military bases in Ukraine fighting, and they're setting up to try to literally go World War III. I give it a couple months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is what I mean. It's depressing out there.
Happy spring, I guess, to us.
Yeah, and here I was like planning a trip too to go to Colombia.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know
Why were you going to go
because
to Colombia?
um uh where I went when I went to Nova Scotia. He's
Yeah.
got family that live in Medellin in
Oh,
Colombia,
wow.
so we were gonna
Okay.
go there for 2 weeks. But I don't know if what's gonna happen with that now.
Yeah, maybe not, huh? Wow.
Because Colombia is the only, well, not the only, Colombia, Brazil. are the only ones that aren't kowtowing and bow down to the Israeli lobby and stuff like that, which is basically the U.S. Israel and the U.S. are one and the same,
Uh,
and haven't been sort of infiltrated that way, right? And so they've been like, it's same with Venezuela. It was the same with Venezuela. They were like calling for fucking free Palestine and all that, right? Which really pissed them off. So, but I mean, Argentina, I didn't realize Chile too has been totally taken over with that as well. Ecuador, all of that, right? So a lot of the South Americans already been soft cooed. So
wow.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
no. So
That sucks.
yeah, so they're gonna definitely want me going after Colombia, because Colombia has been one of the most outspoken about what they're doing. Same with Cuba, so they're gonna want to try to get rid of that kind of opposition. Yeah, World War III.
Oh boy.
So it really just will depend on how Iran does when it comes to this shit.
Yay. I
But
can't wait.
either way, Iran's gonna get like, it's gonna like really like even if Iran's able to withstand it, it's still gonna really fuck up their whole country.
Hmm.
And that's what, and they're putting a motion of plan known as Pax Judaica,
Mm.
where they think what they're doing is they're going to take, this is the Greater Israel Project, right? Because that's what this is about too. They're going to take all the capital, all the banks, and all the especially the tech bro Silicon corporations and all that, and they're actually going to be transferring that to Israel, and they're going to leave us here with nothing. Because like it's the same thing with Pax Britannica and then Pax Americana, right? Where they shifted transnational capital. Well, that's what they're
Mm.
planning to do, and they're planning to do that and have the center of that be Israel as the headquarters of a surveillance state around the world using AI and all that technology. That's why Israel has all that technological power and stuff, and why they've been the center of that. So they're all going to move transnational capital over there, and that'll be the hub of the surveillance state of the world. So it's not even just like for the United States or anything. It's going to be worldwide, right? That's what they're hoping. That's the
Mm.
plan. No, that's known as Pax Judaica. So that's it. Greater Israel Project. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
Uh, that's an exciting movement for the next 20 years of our lives, huh?
right. Well, think about it. Everything in the states is like kind of like breaking down. They're not. It's not getting reinvested in. Nobody has
Right.
health care. They don't care if you die. They're just going to move the capital. They're just moving all the capital, all the money, and they're just going to move it all the way to into Israel. Like I said, the United States and Israel, we were talking about governmental powers and all that, are one and the same. So they're just going to move their
You're right.
capital, just like
Yeah.
Britain moved its capital to North America, or to the America, right?
Hmm. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
starving to death. I'm gonna eat my
that's
sandwich.
okay. So, like I said, there's lots to talk about, but that's probably the main one.
Yeah, that sounds like it's gonna be the main one for a minute.
Oh yeah,
I wish I had much to say. I have actually been trying to keep my head down and write my book. So, and like in the middle and among that, like be a mom and like
yeah,
compose like write a script for a video for the end of this month. So
yeah.
I have to
Well,
focus on
you've
other
got lots
things,
to
but
choose
like
from. If you want to make a video, you have lots of fucking material to choose
nope. And I'm not doing any of it. I'm not doing any of that shit. None of it. That's not what I'm doing anymore. But
from.
so I'm just gonna let you tell me, and we'll talk about whatever you want because I know you come here. You love to talk about this stuff.
I
So
do.
just
Well,
just
I
just
feel
tell
bad
us.
though. I feel like
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
bringing
no, 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 no,
everyone down.
no. So
Miss
I'm just gonna
Negative
let you tell
Nancy over
me.
here.
No, I'm just gonna let you tell me what's going
I'm
on
like,
because I
come on. I'm like, how do
have
you feel about the end
only.
of the world?
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Well, We have they have there's the thing is with their nuclear powers now, like they can really kill the
Mhm.
whole world.
Mhm.
But they're trying to get it under control, but they're trying to do it through creating chaos within all the bigger superpower entities, right?
Mhm.
Like they're the one fueling race wars in England. They're fueling
Right.
and then you
But if
have
they
in the
blow it
United
all up,
States
then
with
there
the
will be
red
no one to
versus the blue.
surveil. That's all
Hmm?
I'm saying. If they
Yeah.
blow it all up, then there will be no one to spy on.
Well, they don't want to blow it all up, but
You're
but
right.
the thing is, they'd rather die than not be the rulers of the world, right? They'll
Mhm.
do it until they'll go all out for it.
Mhm.
And yeah, so they're making race wars in England, Britain, all that area.
Yeah.
Then they're using like the red versus blue sort of like narrative to push forward to try to really get antagonistic with sort of the partisans, parties, and have that spread chaos in America, right? So they're really just trying to like fuck around. They're really trying to amp up like tension
Mhm.
to get
I
people to kill each
noticed.
other so that there's civil war, so that while that's going on, they can like move all the trans capital and surveil everyone from Israel. I know, right? I mean, and it's like really when I mean chaos, like really like if you think about it, like look what happened with the ICE shooting, right?
Yeah.
They're really trying to amp up the radical leftists, right, to the right, and then they're trying to get
Right.
them to react, and then have them the quote unquote left or liberals or whatever react to them, and without looking at who's actually the one to profit from all this. Like, remember when I said when we were talking about that Amanda lady? I'm like, she like
Oh,
right. I'm
yeah.
like, she can be angry and all she wants and taking this. She's not my enemy. She has no power.
Right.
That's something that they want really.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm not going to fall for it, right?
Yeah.
I saved my anger for the fucking ones who deserve it.
Right. Yeah. I was never angry with her either. Poor
No,
thing.
yeah.
Clearly
I
just
think
deluded.
all of us were just laughing, having a little
Yeah.
giggle.
Yeah. She was clearly just like off in her own, corner of the weeds, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
we're all out in the weeds, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? She sees it as being a part of, yeah, she just, it's more just like being the partisan sort of like antagonistic, like that's her jam, right?
Mhm.
But that's just conforming to the ideology or the thought process that they want you to think. Like, I don't do well with conformity. I don't conform to whatever. What, I don't like to being told what to do, and that's what they want, and that just pisses me off, and it makes me piss off of them.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know why. I mean, okay. I'm not a libertarian though. At the same time, those guys piss me off too because it's like, yes, we also live in a community. Well, I don't like being told what to do anymore, probably a bit less than the average person. Uh, you also have to wait in line and stuff. Like, I don't know. There's a balance, you know?
Mm. Well, I'm much more in line with them than I am with Mega. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Because a lot of the time, a lot of the libertarians are anti-war. They're
No, yeah, because they
anti-interventionist.
don't think you should have the military because the military is anti-libertarian. Oh my
Yeah, right. So I'm
god.
I'm down with that. So find cross
Right. No, and
purposes.
in theory, like I don't disagree with a lot of their beliefs. In practice,
Yeah, in practice, it doesn't work.
it's a lot of conservative, crotchety old people usually who just want to be left
Well,
alone, which is like fair enough, but that's not a governing policy,
yeah, yeah, and the fact that you don't like question capitalism at all, that
Hmm.
you're gonna get military, you're gonna get people treading on you because
Right.
that's what money is about. Money is about control.
Hmm.
Who has money has the control. Because I mean, before that, we used to like just trade, not with money, right? That was man-made creation, money. You
Well,
used to trade.
yeah.
It's like, okay, you want to go? I got a cow. You want to trade? Like, we just trade for trade's sake. but then you get put in money, right? And then the people that profit for the people that own the banks, and that's how they use money to control people and get them to become servile.
But the only thing I can think to say about that is that I guess that's why usury is a sin. But that's because I've been doing some interesting research lately, and that's probably not actually relevant to anything because what am I, Christian?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what have you been researching?
Well, part of it is just for my own personal interest because we attend an Episcopal church here in town, which is in the process of slowly dying, and it's sad because it's where most of the Democrats go. But they're sort of a vanishing breed around here. Democrats who like people who identify as like liberal Democrats and attend church. Like, good luck finding more than a couple of those. There were 40 of them there that last week. So
Yeah,
you
40
know.
of them.
Anyways, the Anglican Church, which is our umbrella thing, which is the
Yeah.
Church of England. You may have heard of them.
Yeah,
Just got done splitting down the middle.
Yeah.
Partly because, and I want to say this in case anybody notices any weirdness. Can you see that I have like a ghost hand?
Kind of, yeah.
On my sleeve here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I was noticing that
That's
earlier.
because it's cracked right here.
Oh no.
My screen protector. It's just the screen protector, and I gotta get a new one before I film a video looking like I got a doppelganger.
Right?
Anyway, I just wanted to say that in case anybody notices that weirdness. It's because
I did notice that, but I didn't say anything.
Yeah, no, it's not a ghost. It's just there's a crack right there, and it does weird things with the reflection. Anyways, so the part of the reason that they split that big part of the reason I believe is why it happened now is because the new Archbishop of Canterbury is also named Sarah. She's a woman, so yeah. Obviously, the more conservative factions are not happy about that, as one might imagine. So my little feminist heart is interested in that whole thing, and also it's personally relevant to me. So, yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. Oh.
What?
Okay, the whole because I haven't really been in the sort of circles of like feminist circles lately with the radical feminists.
Yeah, right. Because they've lost the plot.
They've lost the plot completely. In fact, there is a radical feminist from Canada, Toronto, who is now the face of the Free Iran movement, and they even got her burning a picture of the leader of Iran and sparking a smoke with the flames of that burnt picture. It's all over the place. Supposedly it was be the mark for the people of Iran, of the women of Iran who are trying to free themselves, which is
that's
not
what
happening.
I was going to ask.
The girl doesn't even live in Iran; she lives in Canada.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it because of the feminism of it all?
Yeah.
The free Iran because I'm gonna say Iran. I'm gonna say Iran. I can't say Iran. I hate that.
Okay, Iran.
I'm from the Midwest and I'm very self-conscious about my ass. Okay. Iran. Because of the feminism of it all, get them out of their burqas and into blue jeans or whatever.
They're not these people are so dumb. Do you not understand? Not every single Middle Eastern country is Saudi Arabia. They don't have to wear burqas. They don't wear. They don't
I'm just pulling stuff out of the air. Okay, I'm kind of free associating here a little bit, but is that the thrust of it?
What?
Is that the thrust of it? They need to be saved from.
Well, that's what they're claiming. That they're they're
from conservative Islam,
from
essentially.
From the birth.
Right. Oh no, you're breaking up.
Hello?
What'd you say?
My fucking thing went off again for a second. I said, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I said like they're like claiming, yeah, oh, like we're for the women who need to free themselves, and like because of the, they're so tyrannical. I'm like, nobody has to wear a hijab, nobody has to wear fucking burqa. This is not something that is like that happens in Iran. You're
Okay,
thinking
for
of
anybody
Saudi
who's watching
Arabia,
this,
our
I'm gonna actually
allies.
link. I'm gonna actually link my "Is Feminism Compromised" down in the somewhere
Oh yeah,
underneath this video later, because this is
it so
exactly what
is.
I'm
They're just
talking
working for
about.
like CIA.
This
They're just
is
like a
literally a
CIA.
CIA line,
Yeah,
okay, from declassified CIA shit from years ago that I caught Gloria Steinem herself doing when I made the video. Basically, like that same. She was, like, oh, the
yeah.
feminism of it all. We must help those women in the Middle East. Like that is a psyop. That's not.
That, yeah, I know, it's so bullshit, and I'm just so disgusted with a lot of them.
It's
They're
so
so
dumb. Oh my gosh.
easily turned. Like
Well, it's so one-dimensional too, and it's so self-serving. Like, oh
it
yeah, like
is,
our civilization is so incredibly feminist. What the fuck are you talking about?
right? Right? And like I said, they're acting like fucking like this is Saudi Arabia. No, our allies of Saudi Arabia is its own country. You do
Right.
realize these are different countries, right?
Well,
It's
these are the
so
same
dumb
people
and
who.
childish.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have any hard numbers for you, but I do know that there is a significant less than 0% of what it ought to be, which is zero, of the American population who believe that Africa is a country, for example. So, I've met these people personally. It's
Oh my
just
god.
fun. It's a fun time.
Yeah.
And like now
Well,
I'm
I mean,
seeing things about how Gen Alpha can't read at all, which in our case is not true. My third grader reads at a sixth grade level because he's
yeah,
our kid.
yeah.
But
Ryder can read. We
Winnie
always used to read books
Wira,
too.
hello. We got somebody. Oh yeah.
Hello.
And as a matter of like really quick, just a point of order, a point of business. I think the next video is gonna come up on a Friday. I don't know if that's a problem for you or if you care, if that
No,
matters.
I don't
I'm
think it
looking
matters really.
at the 30th, which is a
Okay.
Friday.
I'll write it down, and then that way I know when to come in. What
Okay.
video is it going to be on again? Did you just say
Oh,
again?
Scott Bridge. Yes, we've been bosom buddies with Saudi Arabia for over 50 years. Oh my gosh, it wanted me to hide that because it says the word bosom, I think. Hi,
Or
Scott.
Saudi Arabia? Who knows? Hi.
Yeah! Or the combination of the two. Ooh.
Yeah. No, but seriously, and then J.K. Rowling fucking tweets out this fucking AI generated image of like this the revolution sort of like look like colors about going into Iran, and I'm like, or Iran, and fucking I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm
like you pronounce it however you want. I was just going to say, I'm
yeah,
not trying to make fun of you or whatever. I'm just very self-conscious about it.
that's fine.
Hi, Winnie Wira. What up? We're talking
But
about
I'm just
international
so over it.
politics.
I am so over this bullshit. It's so dumb,
Yeah.
and it's so
Yeah.
obvious.
How is like, oh, okay. And I thought it was established that warmongering is not feminist ever. Ever.
Right? Right? You would think, but no. I guess they are aligned with the power of like the superpower of the CIA and fucking deep state. What are like? What are you doing?
Playing into their hands.
And well, and I'm like, when seriously, when is it going to click that you're like on the imperial power side? Like, does that not click with any of y'all?
I guess not. I don't know what to say. It's
I know. Well,
horrifying.
I know it's because it boggles the mind because it's so stupid. Like, how can someone be so stupid?
No, and I
How
didn't
can?
know about any of this specifically until you were telling us about it earlier. But
Mhm.
like, it's obvious to me. Like, okay, war is never feminist. War never, ever. That's not.
No, never.
It's really the antithesis of feminism in a lot of ways. Oh, good, another. Okay, that's just some random. Okay, on the bus, very dark and gloomy here. Well, it's always dark and gloomy there, isn't it,
It's
Scott?
all
It
dark
seems
and
like
gloomy
you
from here
you
on out.
always say that. No, and like I say, I'm well underway with. Oh yeah, you asked me what the video was about. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um, it is how basically I think the coming age is going to be a reaction to enlightenment rationalism no matter what we do, because those ideas have, like, the pendulum has swung as far as it can swing and it has to come back the other way, essentially. And we need to focus on making that something positive for as many people as possible, rather than a reversion to, like, I have a couple of different people actually. I found both of these videos in the same day, and I don't know how the algorithm works this way, because they don't seem to be obviously related on the surface. One of them was talking about, actually, I was looking at this channel as maybe responding to him, and he was saying how, yeah, so it's going to be back to reality and no more of this liberal nonsense. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Personally, there's some things that logical rationalism has given us, like the germ theory and all of that I'm really attached to. I really like to hold on to some of the scientific revolution, if that's okay with y'all.
Yeah.
And then there was another guy who was all, there's a new renaissance coming, and he's obviously a much more liberal person. And I'm like, on the one hand, I really think that reality has a liberal bent, because I don't care how logical you think your ideas about how stuff works is, reality doesn't give a fuck about logic, does it?
Mm.
Going to be one, that we're going to have to come back to our intuition a little bit, because, well, rational materialism is not the ultimate that it claims to be. And I know this is probably going to, like, I hope this is not necessarily a point that you agree with, but that's okay.
Oh, my point of, well, it's a lot changed now anyways.
Yeah.
My point is that you're not going to have fucking time to think, because you're going to be in servitude. That's not going to happen. There isn't going to be another epoch. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
But
somebody said I'm their favorite transgender YouTuber. That's hilarious.
oh, well, congratulations.
Oh, I'd like to pinch your chubby chipmunk cheeks. Oh, it's the same person. And I'm trying to show them. It won't show the first one. There's the one about the chipmunk cheeks. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I know. I have a baby face. Somebody's messing with me. Oh, me
Who the
too.
fuck is this?
I don't know.
Who's this?
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have a fun day today. I'm so glad you're here.
Girl.
Hey, geek girl, how you doing, honey? Have things improved for you at all? Is winter treating you okay? Like, I'm so glad you're here. We might have an interesting day.
Yeah, we say hi, Winnie.
She just keeps on saying hi and keeps on saying hi. So hi.
So yeah, that's my take.
Okay, so there's not going to be another epoch, because we're all going to be in servitude. Okay, yep. That's cool.
Oh, you're finishing a wolf video?
Mm. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that about? What's going on with them? I don't know what's going on with them lately.
Oh, they're virulent Zionists too.
Oh, fun.
Right? So no offense, but fuck them. Completely. Seriously. Sorry.
Is that what it is? Because I had a vibe about them years ago. It would take a 10-page essay to describe everything wrong with my life. Oh my god, I'm sorry, honey.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Oh, about Iran.
God, yes, I bet it was. So let me guess. They're going rah for Iran war? I guarantee I'm probably 100% accurate about that. You need to go do some liberating.
Well, I'll say it again. War is never feminist.
Yeah, they don't need to be free. They don't want Americans' freedom strategy. It's these people are fucking dumb. They don't know.
I'm sorry. Where have you been for the last 25 years? Are you seriously? No, I'm not going to play Roblox. Sorry. Where have you been for the last 25 years that you're actually going to buy this America's going to go liberate somebody rhetoric? Are you fucking
Right?
serious right now?
Considering the
Are
reason
you
why the people are in power
taking
right now.
amnesiac pills? Like, what is going on with you that you are accepting this rhetoric, that you're accepting these
Imperialist
ideas? The
stooges.
same
Imperialist stooges.
shit.
It's fucking
No,
ridiculous.
I'm not going
And
to
like
play
considering,
Minecraft.
okay, no Minecraft. Consider we're talking about politics, honey. Anyway, so the reason why the people in power are in power now in Iran was because there was a resistance movement from the Shah of the monarchy, which they were trying to install yet again because it was subservient to American interests. They don't want to liberate shit. What they want is subservience. They've been wanting this war for how long? Iranian people don't want your fucking liberation. They are fine. They are fine. The only thing that there was an issue was because of the economy, which is the reason why it was like that, is because America put sanctions on it. They've been trying to fucking oust Iran for how long? They want it destroyed. And all these fucking stupid motherfuckers, fucking like Lierre Keith and all those motherfuckers, they're cheering on fucking CIA imperialist propaganda as if fucking like it's not completely obvious what this is. Sorry, but
Yeah, I said if you want to watch, go watch my video about how has feminism been compromised. That's the name of the video. It's the one with Gloria Steinem, I believe, is on the thumbnail with me.
And I said before, these people think this is like Iran's like Saudi Arabia. No, Saudi Arabia is like Saudi Arabia. These people are not as quote unquote backwards and horrible like everyone is claiming. They know nothing of these countries. Just being a Middle Eastern country doesn't mean that they're backward or that they're repressive like fucking Saudi Arabia. They're not.
Anyway, I don't see how it's necessarily our military business.
Yeah, why is it? Because like America is so worried about the freedoms of others and other people and places.
Yeah. We have a mess at home at the moment. I don't see how
like
we're in any place to go around telling people what to
Meanwhile,
do.
in their own goddamn country, people are fucking out in the streets. ISIS shooting people in the face. But they're really worried about fucking making, sure that someone else's country is, all up and up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feminism was compromised by men back in the 1960s. Oh, God. Like, damn, am I the only one watching this? No. Wait, somebody has. Oh, whoever she is. Yeah, no, yeah. So, like, it was before the 60s, actually. It was all the way back in the 50s whenever they turned Gloria Steinem into an asset and then, let her loose onto the feminist landscape, whatever you want to call it, ecosystem, whatever.
Yep. Gloria Steinem. Yeah, that fucking CIA god.
Who is literally over 90 years old now. But,
Is she?
Yeah. She was 90 a couple of years ago, the year I made that video.
Damn.
That's been a couple years now, which is hard to believe. But it's a pretty straight line from, yes, she admits to having been a CIA operative in the 50s when they were sending kids to, European cultural festivals.
They were nice people. They always were nice to her.
Right, yeah, they're such groovy dudes over there in the CIA. They were such
groovy dudes. Right?
Right. Yeah, meanwhile, they were also giving people LSD,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Testing that shit out on them.
Yeah. And I do go a little bit into how the FBI infiltrated like the civil rights movement too. Like there's a whole history of this kind of shit.
Oh yeah,
to the point, yeah, right. To the point where COINTELPRO, exactly. To the point where if you think that the United States government isn't up to some shenanigans, you're naive. Like really.
They're nothing but shenanigans.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you don't
turtles
become and
all
say
the
a
way
superpower
down
by being nice. That's not how it works.
Well,
no, but I mean, Scott, they're not.
That's actually the worst part about it.
It's not really just about men. It's about power, right? And there are women in there too that are just as fucking vicious. I mean, I'm sorry, Hillary
Right?
over
No.
here.
Okay. Gloria Steinem is a woman.
Yeah.
Case in point. All right.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. Both have the capacity to do fucking evil as fuck.
Yeah. Anyways, no, but gosh, now we're just getting nonsense. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah. So feminism has been compromised for a long time. I guess that's what I'm getting
which
at.
is sad.
And the shenanigans all the way down, just where we were. Let's see. Speaking of shenanigans and chaos, like we've got our own agent of chaos. It's so amazing.
Yeah, right.
Case in point. So beautiful.
I think we might have scared Geek Girl away. I'm sorry.
Oh, I hope not.
But
I guess she's having a rough time, so she doesn't want to hang around and listen to about. I don't know. You're gonna watch a wolf video about Iran.
yeah, fucking goddamn.
I can't. Maybe she's still here, just hanging around. I can't imagine. I truly.
Yeah, Scott, you're right.
Religiously misguided women help men destroy feminist activism. Well, yeah. There had to be some women involved. Or it wouldn't have been effective, I don't think. Right?
And this
Oh
is
gosh.
why I think this whole idea of only focusing, because a lot of the time radical feminists, they'd be like, oh, it's our own movement. We should have our own movement without having to worry about anything else and just focus on women. Yeah, they want you to just focus on women so you don't realize when you're starting to support the imperial state and then talking about women's rights, right? Oh, you got to free and liberate Iran women, right? Then they don't have the capacity to understand fucking foreign policy or anything like that. Like, that just leaves you open to being fucking like manipulated into like doing like a puppet, to doing what the powers that be want you to do and spout, and not realizing what you're like essentially saying a lot of the time. And then you just get into this sort of like mindset, right, of just parroting propaganda shit.
Oh,
Because
that's what I was going to say.
yeah,
The United States did not earn its superpower status.
No.
Because after World War II, the entire rest of the world was crippled, and we still had all our resources because nobody bombed us.
Mm-hmm.
And our infrastructure and everything. And then they spent the rest of the 20th century just it's like they had this amazing inheritance and they didn't earn it, so they didn't know what to do with it, and they spent the rest of the 20th century just fucking blowing it. It's amazing.
Well, they knew what they were doing.
Did they?
Yeah, they were making themselves very few amount of people very, very, very rich.
Okay, I'm not arguing with that, but I think it depends on they knew what they were doing. It depends on what angle you want to look at that from, because I don't know. I've heard crazy stories about like trying to do some like some of the things that they tried to do. Like clearly these were not competent people who were given these resources all of the time. Now I would never sit here and say that there aren't, the very competent forces out there that are fucking with everybody, but like sometimes you're just like, wow, you guys blew all of that, didn't you? Like you blew it. Like I don't know.
I completely disagree.
Okay.
So sorry. I think people underestimate people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they wouldn't be in the place of power that they are if they were that incompetent. They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe sometimes it's even Trump. People like to be, oh, he's so dumb, But his purpose as a puppet is to sow chaos, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's doing his job correctly in the minds of like people in power. That's his point: is to be as outrageously obnoxious and stir chaos. Right? So they know what they're doing, and they've got a plan, and they've been putting that plan into action for years now, and it's getting to the point where it's almost complete. Like the whole like final stage, which is, like I said, to like pretty much own everyone. They've got the technology to do it too. That's been based in Israel. Because that's what they've been planning on for a long time, and it's getting to that point where it's getting damn close. And it sucks. And hopefully there's some sort of fucking resistance that the Middle Eastern countries can come together and decide fuck Israel and blow them out of the water. That's what needs to happen.
It's
Sorry, not
possible.
sorry. But that's like almost the only way, other than like with China. Like China's, and that's another thing too. Everyone's always going off about, oh, China's so repressive. China, have you seen China? They're like 3,000 years in the future with their technology. It's so clean. It's so like everything. Like, did you know that they don't even have to go on work on time? They have times in between 3 hour intervals of when they can just show up, as long as they're there for 8 hours. They have naps in the middle of the day of the workday at the office. They have nap time. They're not repressive. But of course, the propaganda machine just like spews all this bullshit about countries people don't even know about, and they just believe it. Like, hell, just go on Google Maps and check out one of the bigger cities, and then you can see it. They look like they're a futuristic version of what would be if you actually put the fucking resources back into your community, into your country. Like, they are way above us.
Right, but they have like terrible censorship, don't they?
No, not really. What they censor is things from us, the propaganda from us, because they don't want the propaganda from us infiltrating their country and then having a fucking coup d'etat happen with people that want to change it. That's what happens in Hong Kong, or that they want America to invade. And that's what happens when you leave it open to fucking countries like us. Is that we try to spur on fucking resistance movements. They try to like manipulate their own citizens. So I can see why they don't want to. Though they don't want their citizens talking to us. We're horrible.
When did you start this live stream? About 45 minutes ago.
Oh, did you visit China? Yeah, in 1993. Yeah, and now,
Wow.
like, it's crazy technologically advanced. Like I said, it's like being in the future 3,000 years. And if it was a society that actually cared about its fucking foundation.
Right. What about the one child policy? That was pretty draconian.
Yeah, it was. It's a little bit draconian. Yeah, that's not how it is anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
shit happens. Nothing's perfect, right? They've
No,
got rid of that for a long time now.
shit happens. That's easy for you to say. I don't know. I'm the oldest daughter in my family, and I just like always like thought that would be a dangerous thing to be over there from the early '80s. Like, I hear it wasn't good, and I'm not here to like diss on China. I truly have not been there, obviously. So, why didn't you tell me you were going live today? I did. I'm sorry. I thought I did. This is just a chat session. We're not reading anything today. We're not doing anything especially interesting today, I don't think. We're just kind of. Yeah, no. I mean, seriously,
Yeah,
to
that's
sit
the one
here.
thing. Because China,
I
she put
wasn't
into the
saying anything
infrastructure.
about that because, yeah, we have no room to talk as far as that. I know.
Well, that's the thing. No society is perfect, but like China isn't the big bad boogeyman that fucking the U.S. tries to make it out to be.
Well,
Or
right. And I'm not
that's
going to
the
sit
point.
here and,
And
like,
they actually do. They actually put into their own like country. Like they actually try to build it up. And I'm not saying that they're good, because I think they're also got a tinge of imperialism as well, right? Because
well,
they do go
yeah.
into Africa and South America, and except for they don't try to be extortionist. They don't try to bully their way in. They try to make deals, right? They want it to be, but like it's still in a soft imperialism kind of a thing. So it's not about saying they're perfect, but I'm saying in comparison, Jesus Christ, like we have no room to talk because we are so much more repressive here. I mean, here, like I said, you've got fucking standing like militia army working for the state. It's state police, literally, that don't hold any accountability for what they do.
Yeah, we noticed.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean, you speak on the internet, you can like go to jail if it's something that is not okayed, right? They're really repressive and censorious here.
Mm. Reverse the live? What does that mean?
I have no clue.
We're just as censorious. Oh no, yeah, absolutely. And it's all very curated, and we've talked about that many times.
Yeah.
Which,
And to be honest, considering how badly they want the Western nations wanted to bring down China, wanted to bring down Cuba, wanted to bring down Russia. I can't fault
Mhm.
them for wanting for like having really bad like economies and stuff like that to start with, especially like Russia, because we're always at their throats. And if they like stumble just a little bit, we're going to be in there eating. So like the fact that they were able to hold us off for that fucking long is impressive.
Yeah.
Hell, we can't fucking change our government, and we live in here, and we supposedly have all the freedoms in the world, and nothing changes. China, China.
Yeah. Oh, is that what that is? Oh no, you went
I'm
away
back
again.
again. It just does
Oh,
that. It
good.
comes in and out sometimes. Sorry about that. I was still
That's
laughing at the
okay.
whole China.
Yeah, that's okay. I can't stand that, man. My guest is nailing it today. She usually does. That's why we have her all the time.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
thanks.
as far as, I mean, I
You should go back earlier when I was talking about the whole Pax Judaica shit.
was just thinking about that, and I'm not sure how to segue back into that. Um, yeah, so like, there's no point in doing anything, I guess, right? Because I mean,
Well, there would be a way to stop shit, but nobody's going to do it. Like, because everyone here is so individualized. You need to have a collective, organized, nationwide strike. Stop everything. Stop every industry. Stop all like the economy, basically, because that's what's running things, right? Money.
hmm
So
hmm
so there needs to be a nationwide strike with every industry, and to actually literally shut the country down, shut it down until until demands are met. That's not going to happen. People don't know how to build community so that we're able to rely on each other for that, and people are so used to just worrying about the individual that they don't want to that or they don't have no concept of like collectively coming together to do something, nor would they want to because it inconveniences them, which is sad because they're just digging their own graves at that point. Because like I said, it's going to be traveling to Israel. It's not all that transnational capital is going to leave. It's already pretty bad here. Like everything's like falling apart here. Nothing's getting put in back in. There's no healthcare yet. Israel has healthcare. In fact, we pay for their healthcare, right? Free healthcare. They don't do that for us. Why? Because they want us dead. Especially once AI takes over and automation completely takes over, there's no need to have such a surplus population. They're going to want us dead. That's why there's no healthcare. Because it's better for us to be dead in that point. Only enough people, enough to, run the AI machines and shit like that. That's what they care about. And to doing things that, isn't automated. But it's much better for them if everything's run by automation and AI.
what if that doesn't work out?
What do you mean?
Running everything with AI. What if there's some reason that just doesn't, work?
But it already has. It already has. Lots of
Right.
it's already been implemented, so it does.
Yeah.
And there's going to be enough people to be able to run it. So when things break down, or any sort of machine automation breaks down, there's going to be people there to know how to work the machines and get it back running, and that's all they're going to be there for. Everyone else is good as dead. They could care less. Yeah, yeah. Israel has nationalized healthcare. Yep. Free school too. It's because the only reason why they don't do that for America is because they don't want Americans to have it because they don't want them. There's no investment into it because that's not where the investment is going. The investment's going into Israel because that's where the hub of surveillance is going to be. Pax Judaica. I know it's bleak. I'm sorry.
Well, so like I said, there's no point in like trying to build culture or anything like that.
Kind of, unless Middle East stops it, because that's I think the doesn't seem like America or Canada or the West at all is willing to fucking do anything. In fact, most people, or not, I don't know about most, but a lot of people are like, hurraying the fucking things that are going to be repressing them. Like when it comes to, say, going into Iran, all these feminists, and
Right.
then you have people that are like for the state police, right? Fucking like, oh, she should have just listened to the state police. She would have got shot in the face. They're like, okay, that ICE, that's just a private security. That's just a police state. They're building detention
Right,
centers,
right.
like I
That's
said
not
before,
even a police officer, and he had absolutely no authority to do any of that
but they did
shit.
it. But they did it,
Yeah,
and he's going to get
right.
away with it. And they're building those detention centers not for immigrants; they're doing it for the citizens themselves. But the people are still cheering it on because they're dumb. They don't realize that it's for them, not for the brown people next door. That's why they're building all
Even
these things. They wouldn't be building it because it takes a lot of money. If that's what it was for, they would just like penalty the fucking employers because that's way less money and that's more effective. No, what they're doing is they're putting on a big show to try to scare the population, create chaos, and have the other side cheer for putting in detention centers and be all for it. Meanwhile, they don't realize it's for them because they're going to be real hungry when they don't have a job. Once all the money moves to Israel, they're not going to be able to survive. And if they resist, they're going to go into the detention center. That's what it's for. It's just building up a police state. And so it's sad to
so,
see all these people cheering for it. So I have no confidence in fucking the West, like the mass society in the West, going to be doing anything because they can't get their shit on straight. So it's going to be up to the Middle East to try to stop the whole Pax Judea plan.
hmm hmm well, I mean, it's been obvious to me that somebody was just trying to like fleece this country,
Yep.
and now I know who it is, and that doesn't sound. It's not very satisfying,
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Trust me, it's not a good feeling knowing that you're gonna lose or that you're losing.
right.
And it's so big now because we haven't done anything about it. Like this plan has been in motion for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since the fucking creation of Israel.
Yep.
So, and we wasted the time. We didn't do anything.
Well, I don't. I. It's insidious, actually, because this the same, like you say. Okay, it shifted from place to place to place, and it was somewhere before that. You know, uh, these forces have been in motion for a very, very long time,
Oh, very, very long time.
and I just don't. So this isn't the first time that something like this has happened. I mean, obviously, with the surveillance and whatnot, because they didn't have the technology before. But like, as far as the spirit of the thing, right?
Well,
Um,
I forget who called it Leviathan, but there's a political theorist that called it the Leviathan because it doesn't truly die. It just moves from place to place, right? You had it
yeah,
in Rome and it moved up into Britain, which moved on to America, and now it's just moving on to Israel.
right,
But by the time they get to Israel is when they're supposedly going to have the technology to control the rest of the literal world. Right now we're controlling it through capital, but um, but there's been emerging countries because they hadn't appropriately like cooed every country. They haven't been able to like seize every country like Russia, like Cuba, like China. So they were able to use capital in that way, but they can use it to pump up AI, pump up automation, pump up surveillance, and make it so that to force these other emerging superpowers into subordination under so that they can remain like this big superpower of central banks and trans capital.
right.
So yeah, so the what's changed is the reach of the power, basically, where it's now completely worldwide.
I just, I guess I I don't
I
know.
feel like you make a bit of an
I'm not quite so end timesy about it. I don't disagree with anything you're saying, and I don't have anything to offer to counterbalance it because, well, I have to play my cards a little closer to my chest than that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
But you know, kind of like how you don't want to show your face on camera because you have shit to do.
Yeah. That's one way of putting it.
Yeah. So I have reasons like to look at it from a different perspective than not quite be quite so doomsday about it. But
Well, I
I'm
don't
going to
like
keep
think that
those to
it's
myself.
doomsday. I don't think it's completely like, oh, we're just fucked, right? I'm just saying the players that can actually change
Really?
something,
Because it
they just
really
have to see.
sounds like it. Like not to be
Well, I mean,
mean,
that's
but
the plan, right? But they still haven't. They haven't taken down Iran yet. They haven't
yeah,
taken down China yet. They
yeah,
haven't taken down Russia yet.
yeah.
These are big major players, and
Those are big
Iran
hurdles. That
has
does. Yeah, they really are.
like Iran has the is it heat seeking or it's prestige it's some sort of missile, right? That
A
already was able to get
procedural
through the
missile. I like
Iron
the sound
Dome.
of that.
They've already
Sorry.
been able to penetrate the Iron Dome of Israel, and Israel got fucked the last time it tried to fuck with Iran.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and they had to stop. It was only like for a couple days that when they bombed Iran, right? Or Iran.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got me fucking.
You say it however you want. I just wanted to clarify that I am self-conscious and I don't mean to like make it. I was trying not to make a thing of it. Like, gosh.
Yeah, but like, so it's. I'm not saying doomsday. I'm saying that's their plan, and
Okay.
it just sucks because I would like to like stop it myself, but I, as an individual, wouldn't be able to. It would have to be a collective thing.
Right, I guess, and that's, you know, part of what I'm thinking. And the full frontal, I was saying this at the beginning before you came on, the frontal assault doesn't work. Like, you can't just take all these powers on head on because, like,
Yeah, through physical force, exactly. No, you can't do that because they will
or
plummet.
even intellectually, like verbally, you know, like culturally, you can't directly address these things because it doesn't work because you get squashed down, you get discredited, you get whatever.
Yeah,
We talked about this before too.
I think we have.
So yeah, I have stuff more like that in mind, like unity and the cultural collective consciousness is really what I'm aiming for in the long run.
Well, like I said, the one thing that would help is if people on a nationwide basis did a general strike everywhere and learn to like help each other to make sure that we can sustain it. Because you need to shut down the economy.
Right.
You need to drain it. That's where it gets its power. You need to drain that. Meanwhile, these fucking bitches trying to be like save the Iranian women. I'm like, oh, fuck off. They don't want your help.
No,
fine.
and like that's not the kind of collectivism that like, okay. So you feel so connected to these women so far away, but like what about here at home? You know, and then you get called a jingoist or a xenophobe or whatever for asking that question. And it's like, no. I don't even mean that in a racial sort of way whatsoever. It's just like, why are you worrying about the next city over when, you know, your street is dirty? Like what is that?
Well, it's not just that either. It's like, what do you think is going to happen to them when you fucking invade? Do you think
right.
they're not even going to
Practically,
be liberated? What are
materially
you talking about?
speaking,
They're going to be.
I'm just
You obviously don't care about the
metaphorically.
Gaza women. That you're
No,
like,
right. It's very selective. It's very self-serving.
It's such a fucked up excuse because it's bullshit excuse. They're not there to liberate women, and somewhere you've got to know that.
Where were you when they invaded Iraq? Right? Where were you with the weapons of mass destruction? Where the fuck have you been? Are you more than 25 years old? Because if you are, I'm extremely disappointed in you right now.
Well, exactly. The fact is that these women are older, so the fact that they're fucking like going off on this just boggles my fucking mind.
They should know better.
Anyone
should know better. Who remembers the George W. Bush administration should know better.
Exactly. You would think you would fucking have two brain cells to rub fucking together.
So that makes it makes it the no-brainer position from where I'm sitting because I remember all of that. You know, I, ugh,
Oh, I didn't see this. Are you saying they are combined? I don't know. Oh, AI and central banks. Um, they're working. Yeah, well, they're working together. Money funds AI. AI makes a lot of money. You know what makes a lot of money? Chaos, because then you could use AI to, so to make money for, because it's about weapons and all that, right? So you have like Palantir, Starlink. These are all by like $1 billion like nepo baby fucking AI companies that, yeah, alongside with central banks who are funding them and get fucking all this shit, they are working together. So they are combined in this, and they are going to be moving their capital and their projects to Israel to be the hub of the surveillance state for against the world in hopes of controlling that.
yay.
Woo. And the plan,
Um,
yeah, the plan that is being put into motion is called Pax Judaica.
yeah.
I mean, you could look it up.
No, it's fine. I don't need to.
Oh no, no, I'm talking to Red Blaren.
I
Like,
know.
if you want to learn more.
I'm just saying, it's not that I disagree with anything that you're saying. And I think that this exact sort of thing has happened in the past. You know, I don't think it's implausible at all.
Yeah, yeah.
That the powers that be would, unite in service of their own ends. Like, obviously. Hello.
Hmm.
What do you think they got the powers for? What do you think what do you think power is fucking for? Like, hello.
Well, I mean, this was all kind of laid out in the Talmud. Is that how you pronounce it?
The Talmud?
Yeah, Talmud. It's like a blueprint.
Oh, great. So there's a spiritual aspect to this?
They're using a lot of the religious sort of thing as a, and they're using it like as a blueprint, and could easily have been thought of to actually have been written as like the Talmud. How do you pronounce it?
Talmud.
Thank you, Talmud. To sort of, yeah, more like a blueprint of, and try to use it in religious terms. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
you think it's just
I've
like
heard
a
that people that.
lampshade, though?
Hmm?
You think it's just like a lampshade, though?
What do you mean?
Where they've put this religious verbiage, maybe, or whatever, over
Yeah,
it, but you
yeah.
don't. Because I remember you saying you don't think anybody in any of those people actually believe any of that shit. And,
Well,
like, on the one
Israel's
hand,
secular.
Hmm?
Israel's secular. So no, I think it's just a blueprint. I think it's just an excuse, because they're not even
Yeah.
Israelis, or the real Israelites from the Bible and all that shit. They're not white
Mm-hmm.
Europeans. These are white Europeans. They're not, they're not from this area. They're as white as fucking rice. They're not from the Middle East. Sorry, but it's true. They're fucking Europeans. These are
No,
not
it's
Middle
just
Eastern
funny to
fucking.
say.
Well, it's like, just look at them. Like,
No, yeah, I
I mean,
know.
there's even ones like he's a famous, he was a New York actor. Anyways, he's a massive Zionist. He's a fucking ginger. Like, you're telling me this guy is from the Middle East? Heritage bullshit. He's a ginger. Ain't no way in
Yeah.
hell is he Middle Eastern or has Middle Eastern heritage. Like, come on. Like, so one of these things is not like the other. That's what I think of when I see fucking Israel trying to make these fucking land claims. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh man.
I sorry. I was
That's
listening.
okay.
I was just I was going off a little bit because I know that there are redheaded Jews. I've been accused of being one in the past, and I don't actually give a shit. Um So I was
Well,
trying to
Ju-
choose from any of the relevant things in my head to like say, and decided that none of them are worth saying. So
yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the thing is, Judaism isn't an ethnicity; it's a religion.
true. Yeah.
So, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to make claim that it's some sort of ethnicity because of um basically the overall plan, right? That that they're special chosen ones to the land, and that but I mean, they're secular. I don't believe them. I believe that they believe that they're the chosen people to rule the world. That's what they think. They think that they're special in some way. I don't know why,
Yeah. Right.
but they do believe that
Well,
they're special, and it's kind of sort of spelt out in the Talmud, or is
see,
it that
that was
even?
why I don't care if you mispronounce that either. Like, personally, I don't care. You didn't spend a decade of your life hanging out with Jews. It's fine. Most people don't. But like,
Yeah.
um, I think that I've run into this, and I used to wonder about this. And the more I hang out with people who believe stuff, the more I really think that like secular people make a mistake in assuming that no one believes that shit, because people do. And like, if you believe that God is on your side, that's it. There's no reasoning with you. You're gone. Okay,
Well, yeah. Well,
you
look at Mike Huckabee,
yeah, it's
that fucking
frightening.
psycho.
That's what I'm saying. It's a frightening prospect, and I feel like secular people or atheistic people, who live their lives in sections of society that are like that, right? So everyone is like that. I feel like they get too comfortable in believing that no one actually believes that crazy
Well, I
shit.
think
No,
that some
people
masses
do.
in the citizenry might be not secular, but do I believe that the power, like the really like political and economic like elite, believe in it? I don't really know. And when I say that, I'm not even saying like Mike Huckabee is a complete elite. I have a feeling he probably believes the shit that he's spewing,
Well,
right?
yeah,
Like so, but ultimately these are also puppets, because the people that like really control things, that are the utmost elite, they don't like to be make themselves public, other than like Elon Musk for some fucking reason. But like,
yeah, and you see how well that went.
right, because these guys are crazy. These guys are
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, and the fact that
But like, I
Elon has
mean,
kind of
even
scurried back
Peter
into the
Thiel
shadows and
has
is
a
no
fucking
longer
like religious
attending White House
fucking
cabinet meetings. What? Sorry.
sorry, Peter Thiel has a weird fucking
Oh,
religiosity like with him. Oh my god, he thinks Greta
right.
Thunberg is the Antichrist.
He thinks who? Oh, Greta Thunberg. Right. Yeah. But so he's right. So that's what I'm saying. We make a mistake assuming that guys like that do not genuinely believe that stuff. You know,
I think maybe
like
Peter Thiel does.
I think maybe he does, and I think maybe he's
Like
not
fucking
alone.
Goblin Man. I don't fucking know.
Right. Okay. And this is what I'm getting at, where the coming age is going to be, not like strict rational materialism is just not going to be the end all cudgel that we wanted it to be. You know what I mean? Like we wanted because shit, we only changed the whole world and revolutionized the way that basically everyone on Earth lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
We as a species really wanted that to be the end all be all. Be like, nope, we found it. History's over. Good night, everybody. Like we wanted that to be it, and it just isn't. Frustratingly, like
That's what I think too. I think that's what the majority of people is, Scott. I think most of them use it as as a cover. I
mhm.
really do. And then a lot of people below them might believe it. But that's because they push it like that. But I seriously don't. I think that they believe that they are chosen, that they are meant, that they are born to be gods, to lead people into like.
Right.
But I don't
And
believe that they have a strict sort of belief in any of the actual really religious,
oh no.
yeah, shit like that.
Obviously
I just,
dogma is for littler people, you
yeah,
know. Dogma is to control the masses, like obviously. But
exactly.
if you want to sit here and say, I do think it's dangerous to underestimate their level of spiritual belief. You understand what I mean?
Well, I believe that.
Like
Mm,
so that they, like you say, they believe it's supposed to be this way. Like that's what I
yeah,
mean.
but
Like
I
on
don't
a
think believe that they think. I don't believe that they actually believe in the scripture and shit like that a lot of the times.
no, like okay. That's what I'm trying to differentiate between like religion and spirituality. You
Yeah,
know,
I just think that they're psycho and they have like they yeah, I think they make up tall tales about themselves. I do.
right? But I think it's dangerous to underestimate how much they believe that shit about themselves.
Oh, well, of course they believe that shit about themselves. They think that they're gods.
Right? Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay.
Right?
Like,
And but it's dangerous to sit back and say, "Oh, well, that's insane. No one could really believe that."
oh no, they
Yeah.
totally believe that.
No, you're
They
right.
literally
Yeah.
think that they're gods of the world, of the universe.
Right. Okay. They're delusional. Uh, that
Yeah,
makes them very scary.
yeah, 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 yeah. They've turned themselves into like gods, but that's not part of scripture. I mean, no scripture says you're going to be God.
No, right. Yeah, right. No, no.
That's I think more. That's kind of a
No, and
sin.
that's why. Oh my gosh, the idea that like this made the rounds a few years ago, not that long ago. The idea that once again the elites are Satanists, right? And I'm
Mhm.
like, are you fucking kidding me? That's what those people want is a boss. They're trying to invoke Satan. Are you serious? Like what?
Satanists
That's so
actually
dumb.
don't believe in Satan
No,
so
I
much.
know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
Yeah.
I've personally known many Satanists. I read that book. I've been there. I got the T-shirt, almost literally.
You want to know
But
something
like,
fucked?
huh?
Okay. So one of the guys that work on the member board or whatever that funds TP USA
Hmm.
um, is a partner with one of the guys that wrote the Satanist book.
The
There's
Satanic
this whole
Bible.
yeah, the Satanic
Oh my
Bible.
god.
Yeah, and there's supposed to be this Christian fucking right wing Christian fucking group. One
Yeah.
of them is fucking the was the
No,
author of
and
the
that's what I always say. You find me somebody who actually worships Satan, and I'll find you an angry Christian because Satanists don't believe in Satan because that's kind of the whole
yeah.
thing. Uh, the only people who believe in Satan are Christians. So.
Exactly, but the fact is, like, they're trying to put out as being this. Well, it's the same thing with Eric Kirk, and she's like, "I'm like, devout." No, you're not. You're a Zionist. Like, try to act like you're Christian. Bullshit. Super Zionist, and she is. She's super Zionist. And her family fucking works for the fucking Homeland Security.
Oh, goody. Yes, that's something about her popping up in some kind of like Homeland Security video or something
Yeah,
where she's
yeah. Oh,
talking
yeah.
about.
She's in different CIA videos.
Yeah, is that what it was? That's
Yeah,
really funny.
yeah,
That's really funny. Like,
yeah.
oh,
And the way
okay.
that she comes across
Hmm.
looks so fake that like people like notice. Like it's so like it's like bad acting when she's trying to act all like, righteous anger. And then she does her things with her eyes, like, okay, now it's time to look really mad. And it's just literally bad acting. And you're like, oh my God, lady.
Well, maybe she really loved him then.
Look.
Just a thought. I mean, if she's such a bad actress, maybe she really. I mean, he's dead, so I'm just.
Oh, do you want to I believe the Zenith killed him. There's no way fucking Tyler Robinson did it. He was probably part of it, but he was made to be the patsy, the fall guy. There's totally it's so obvious. And they're so obvious that it's lying. So obvious that they're covering shit up. That's the thing too. They become so bad at fucking covering their asses. That's what's always
Right.
unbelievable for me is that like y'all are fucking
No, that's
like
what I was saying about like it's like it's 2 a.m. and Grandpa's trying to go to the office. It's time to take him to the home.
right? Yeah.
Like they're dropping balls all over the place, and yeah, it's scary. Like scarier
Yeah.
than it would be anyway.
Well, like you would think like I was like they're so like blazing like it's yeah, right in your face. It's like
Yeah.
okay. Like they can't get their story straight. Like it's all like or like say the redactions with the Epstein files. And they did all those redactions. Come to find out, all you had to do was copy paste it and the fucking
Right, but
redactions
so that
fucking
might be our reason why that it doesn't matter.
yeah, because it doesn't matter now because they have so much power. So the facade, it's not even like that they can't put off a facade is that it's like they don't even care. Like whatever.
Right.
We'll just say something and then we'll just stick to it and whatever. What are they gonna do? What are the plebs gonna do?
Right.
That's what it feels like. More like they just are just so pompous now. They're so arrogant about it that that doesn't really matter. It's just giving off ass. like like you're not even trying anymore, are you? Like to try to make this fucking like facade fucking come to life. It's just failing at all. And then still people are fucking believing him. That's the saddest thing. You still got people fucking like bootlicking.
Well, of course. I swear to God, there are whole strains of the population that are bred to be that way. I'm not
Yeah,
supposed to
right.
say that. I'm not supposed to say that because that's eugenics and whatever, but like, or racist, or it's something is, right? I'm not supposed to talk about human breeding. That's a very, very taboo subject.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the thing is, eugenics is already happening. They're eugenicsing the poor. So.
Right, but so do we think that this is a new thing? Do we think that this is something that
Nope.
the powers that be haven't been fiddling with forever?
Oh no, they've been doing it forever, but now it's getting really blatant. Obviously.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I feel like in the past it's been blatant as well, but this was, before the free press and the invention of cameras, so that,
Right. Yeah.
if you weren't there to see it, then you didn't fucking know about it.
That's another thing too, is that there's cameras everywhere, which does not work in their favor as well, right? It's harder
Right.
to stick to a story or try to propagandize a story when there's video proof.
Right, but so then, the only real danger there is that something is so polarizing that manages to polarize and unite enough people to topple the scales, right? But they're obviously betting that won't happen because chaos is what they want. So, the cameras overall play into their hand, right?
Yeah. Well, like the fact that they released the video thinking that there was a big win for like the ICE agents, for an example. Right? It's like,
well, yeah,
you realize that it falls apart for the fact that he tried to get into her vehicle right then, because they're not officers. They're not police. They're just they're an immigration agency. They don't have the actually right to do that.
Well, like what? No, right. I know they don't. I said that earlier. That person does not have. That fella did not have the authority to do any of that shit. None of those people had.
And there's been investigations on fucking officers and border security stepping in front of vehicles so they are able to like shoot. This is not the first time this has happened. It's just the first time that's happened on TV, like on camera.
Well, obviously he didn't think that his footage was going to get like, that's the thing that confuses me, is because now and babe, if you're still watching, I wanted to say this the other day, but I hadn't quite. It takes me a minute to really, put it all together and then put it into words. But like, there's this image of him reaching for his weapon and looking at her through his phone screen.
Yeah.
As he's getting ready he's filming himself shooting at her.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Why?
They put out the video as if like it's a big win. I'm like, what are you doing?
Which, I'm sorry, but his fucking video doesn't show shit because he's in the middle of trying not to fall on his ass.
And then they're like, well, she used the video to try to run him over. No, she was escaping. 1, 2, that only works if he has no room to get out of the way. He went in front of it himself.
I'm sorry, but the damn thing is rolling away from you. Why the fuck are you still firing?
Yeah, and then right inside of the fucking window, right inside it.
Self-defensive shit is moving away from you, asshole.
But even before that, they have no jurisdiction to try to force you out of your car.
No, I'm just saying, no matter what angle you come at it, it doesn't work.
I know, but yet you have so many people trying to defend it. It's like,
I know, and it's breathtaking.
And that's what I mean by the polarization, right? Because
right, but so they thought this was going to be a win. How?
Because dumb.
Right, but so that's, I guess, the real danger is that at some point they might miscalculate, misread the room or whatever, and
Well, the thing is,
actually.
they don't really care about that. That's why they don't care about the legality of it. They're not
No, I
really. They're
know,
like,
I know, I
especially
know,
when
I
after
know.
a while,
I'm
then they
just,
were like, well, whatever. She was a lesbian radical leftist. That's what it's about. That's their mindset, is that it's okay to kill leftists. Some of them, right? And you know what? It's the same thing on the liberal side. You'll hear liberals going, "It's okay to kill right wingers."
yeah, I'm sorry, but obviously, people accused me of being a Nazi because I was a TERF, and I'm just like, so therefore it was okay to kill me because I was a Nazi, and I'm like, excuse you,
Exactly. We know what
I
it's like.
almost married you. This is so stupid.
Yeah.
I'm so incredibly not a Nazi. I'm like, oh, but if you're defending yourself against Nazis, like you've already lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By that point, and the rhetoric like a few years ago got so heated, like in my little corner, and all I was trying to do was be like, feminist and some stuff, which of 10 years ago or more was like not controversial.
Well,
You
the
know?
funny, I remember like back in the day, like when I first like started, when I had my Facebook account and I would like do lots of political like, topics and all that. I would have people from like, yeah, message me like, "You're so like, I don't get it. You're so good on everything else, but then you become a Nazi on like this trans thing." I'm like, no. The reason why
Right.
is like it's so black and white with these people, and they can't like. So it's the
Right.
same thing with liberals. Liberals will, and that's the point. That's the point, is to make the red and blue fight each other,
Right.
right?
No,
Because then
but
they're
so
not
that's what
fighting
I'm
the powers
saying
that
is
be.
like, if there might be something, if something manages to polarize the populace enough that they like actually have that class consciousness, I don't know.
Yeah. But what they're
That
trying
would
to do
be
is cause a civil war, and like a
right.
lot of them have been calling for civil war, which is
Yeah,
ridiculous. It's like, you
yeah.
don't want a civil war. What's the point in that?
Like
Those are
in
not the people
Canada,
that are oppressing you.
like not up there, surely, right? I mean,
What do
if
you
the
mean?
United States, okay,
Yeah,
like
United States, but Canada too. Canada is just like the same when it comes to right left politics.
right. So that's actually would be a question, So like uh if the United States were to, like, let's say, have a civil war, would the Canada join in like some kind of giant? Is that how World War
It
II
might
starts, or World War III? Sorry, excuse me.
it no it will it might help, like it might
Okay,
they might join different sides because already they've been doing that. There's already
yeah,
been rallies standing up protests against the ICE thing in Canada, and then there's one standing for them. So it's the same thing here in Canada, and it's been like that for a while too. And the whole anti-immigrant thing too, same fucking. It's the same fucking. It's like polar. Like they look like the same. You just don't hear much about it because Canada, right? But
well,
Canada is completely even more subservient. There's a lot less independent thinking going on here. Let's just say that it doesn't even
hmm,
come up. You can't find it. And the
wow,
so-called independent thought, they're just liberals.
yeah,
There's like they're even more stricter to the fucking party lines, the bipartisan party lines,
weird.
except for a very select few.
Like who?
And what was his name? Yeah, Yanis, or I forget his name, but he
I'm giving you a chance
is
to shout
actually
out some good
independent.
people here.
But he's independent. And what happened when he would like criticize Israel? They put him in. They like literally put him in jail. So like we're really repressive here when it comes to this
Wow.
shit. Yeah, and there's not
Yeah.
many fucking people outspoken out here about it. Like we had a big fucking march for Iran, like to like go after Iran here, and that's all I see now on the news because it's state news. So all it is like talking about needing to intervene in Iran, intervening in Iran, like constant. And we literally honored a Nazi, an actual Nazi from the SS, Waffen or something like that, and gave him a standing ovation in the House of Commons. Like Of course, it was called out, and then they try to like walk it back. But you know what Trudeau did? Blamed Russia for it,
What?
which makes no sense. It makes
No,
no sense.
no. That really
And
doesn't make
then,
any sense.
like, you didn't hear about this?
No.
Yeah,
Shockingly.
we just put it.
Shockingly.
We just put in a statue. I think it's in Ottawa or Toronto, commemorating the fucking little Nazis, because we brought in a lot of Nazis
Mhm.
from Ukraine beforehand. That's why we're so gung ho about going to Ukraine too. But these are Nazis that they're fucking like literally, honoring here. It's crazy. I know.
So, like, um, old school World War II. I'm sorry, who was the
Yes,
statue of?
old school World War II Nazis who fought in the Nazi regime.
Yeah.
That's Canada.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the United States too. We love us some Nazis here too, as I think is
Oh, it
well known
hasn't
at this
spilled
point.
over, Scott. It's been here for a long time. Like literally, we saved a bunch of Nazis from going to the Nuremberg trials, and we just kind of funneled them into our country since the Second World War. So I mean, you can't really say it spilled over. We're just we support Nazis. We're not we're not a good country. We like the whole idea that Canada is like the good neighbor. No, it's just soft power. That's just a soft power jingo. Like that's not real. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I was saying we also famously welcomed Nazis here, but
Yeah,
then
Operation Paperclip. Yeah.
yeah, right. But then a lot of those ideas actually came from here in the first place.
Yeah. Well,
So
the reason why like give them Hitler the bright idea to do all this eugenics shit was how he saw how we went after the Native Americans and what we did with
yeah,
and we were like Hugo Boss like outfitted the uniforms, designed uniforms. Like a lot of these fucking like big ass
right,
corporation companies supported them. Americans
right.
supported Nazis.
Yep.
Same with Canada. So, woo!
Makes you wonder why the war went the way it did.
Because he got too big for his britches.
Mm,
They like they weren't supposed to be the superpower. They kind of went too far, and we're the big dogs, right? Well, not Canada, but the U.S. is the big dog. So no. If you're gonna
mm.
fucking step out of your lane, then we're gonna stop that. But I mean, like the whole reason why Israel exists even is because they made a deal with the Zionists made a deal with the Nazis. They even commemorated it with a fucking coin with the Star of David on one side and the fucking swastika on the other. Yeah, the reason why is because they did trade with the Nazis and stuff like that. Because a lot of the Jewish community boycotted, like had this boycott of Germany and the Nazis, right? And so they made trade dealers with the Nazis, and they like gave up like a lot of the Jewish community, right? And like sent them to camps with alongside there was militias of Zionists alongside the Nazis, and then because the Zionists had wanted to move out of Germany, and Germany also wanted them to not live there either, right? So they got together and they made a plan to like get to sort of funnel all the Jews to Israel. You didn't know this?
No.
Oh, I will send you some links. I
Okay.
will send you some links.
It sounds batshit.
It's true though.
No, 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 no. That doesn't make it not true.
No, I know. I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
mean
Yeah,
to
it is
imply that at
batshit, but it's
all.
true.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't mean to imply that it's not true at all.
and considering the tactics that the Zionists used seem very Nazi-like for a reason. They employed the same tactics.
Well, racists will be racist, right?
I mean, it's not like they don't know about it because they have the sort of pact or contract agreement that they had with the Nazis is hanging up in the fucking Jerusalem Museum. So they know.
A pact for what exactly?
For the land, and how
Oh,
there was a pact contract to help them both out.
oh, okay.
You didn't know that either. I am gonna have to like put in a link in
I'm
the
so
Google sheet.
flattered that you're so shocked that I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, that's the thing. That they've had such control over the history of what went down, right? That a lot of
Well, and
people don't know.
I only have so much interest. It's all insane, and it's all bullshit, and none of that should be going on. None of it, in my opinion.
No, none of it.
So, how much of it do I
But
want to learn about? You know, and vex
well,
myself over for
I'll
what?
send a link.
You know?
There's a good little tiny clips that were put together that Rebel of Empires made
Okay.
of different of the because of the different history surrounding that, right?
Yeah. Okay. He does interesting work. He was super caught up on Kelly J. Keane the last time I looked, though, so I haven't watched him for a while.
Well, I haven't watched him for a while either. I don't know what's going on with him, but like,
And like, I
yeah,
understand that, like, you know, she's upsetting, but like,
yeah. Well, I think it's because he supported her for so long, and I
mm,
actually put money towards that, and
oh dear.
yeah, so I think it's a little bit personal as well, because like he supported the whole, like he helped with the case when it came to her coming to Australia, and how that they weren't part of the Nazi regime, and then look what happened.
Right.
So, but there are not, which I don't believe that they were together, but a lot because he was there, right? He filmed it and he was able to synchronize that it wasn't like something that they came together, that it was a separate thing altogether,
Yeah.
and helped win the case. But like the fact that like she just completely fucked over some of the women in Israel, some of the women in Australia really kind of really bothered because they really like helped out her case, and so I think it's a personal thing as well.
I just lost interest
Yeah,
personally, you know. There's just only so many of those I can watch. I'm like, yeah, I get it. She bad. Moving on.
right. She bad.
And that's, you know, neither here nor there. He wants to do his thing. He does his thing. But I have enjoyed his work in the past. So if you send me something by him, I will definitely watch it.
Oh yeah, I totally will send you the link to one of his clips together about is the history of Israel.
Fun. And yeah. It's
Yeah,
just it's all very depressing when you know, yeah, it is. It is. It is. It
it is
is.
very depressing.
And I am very like grateful suddenly that when we get off here, I have half a dozen things to go do before 5 o'clock.
I don't have to think about all the
I will not be
YouTuber.
ruminating about this for any great length of time
Just as
later
long
this.
as you watch the clip,
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
knowledge is
but like
power.
I'm gonna have for the next few hours anyway. I'm gonna have uh
Well, what I'll
and
do is I'll send the link to you through email, and then you could maybe even like post it in the comments, so like someone like Scott could maybe click on it right in the description.
yeah. I was gonna link to my own video anyways, so yeah, I will pin a comment underneath here. Anybody who is watching right now, just be on the lookout for that. There will be that link from her and a
Yeah,
link to my thing about feminism being compromised because it's been a day so far full of
yeah,
connecting the dots, I guess you'd call it.
yeah,
And you know, I feel sort of silly then talking about my book, but like I mean, it's all connected in my mind, you know.
yeah.
Uh,
How's your book going?
because it's actually going really well. I have stumbled upon something that is going to add a really great depth, I think, to the characterization and really bring, especially the second part of the book, to life.
Yeah, because I'm still waiting for that draft.
Oh, I know, and it's still coming. Don't worry.
Hey,
I have not stopped
take
working
the
on
time
it
you need. Take the
this
time you need.
whole
But I kind of
time.
want to know what happens. Like,
Oh, I'm so glad. I have not stopped working on it this whole time. And in fact, I've been also in the back of my mind kind of massaging that first part that you've already read because I want to work on characterization, not just of the character, but like of the story. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
okay, we have our scenes, obviously, right?
yes, and we've
And
talked about them.
we're right. But so as far as like the structure of the story, right?
Hmm.
And because I was watching something the other day about there being scenes and then sort of like connective tissue of how one scene relates to the next scene, where it is like just this little bit of telling,
Yeah.
and I wonder, I feel like that is might be what's sort of missing. And I wanted maybe your input on that, if you have any.
Well, I mean,
Does it seem to jump around from scene to scene? Is it kind of jerky and could use more like,
I don't feel that it is,
okay,
but should I look at it again? Should I read it again?
if you want.
Yeah, send it to me again. Send me another link. Because if I
Oh,
can read it or
shit.
not.
That shit was like $119 a year, and I just recently expired, so I don't know that I can do that.
Oh, I didn't know
I
you were paying
wonder
for
if
that.
I was right. Yeah, for the cloud
Well, I could
storage,
take a
they
look.
were
I could take a
charging me
look
an
to
arm
see
and a
if I can
leg.
find it in my email. I was
Okay,
just being lazy.
okay. Um, if that link still works, let me know.
I have
Uh,
no clue, but I'll take a look to see if I can find it. I can't promise you if I can find it because my email is
okay,
just a mess. But I'll try to look for it. That's why I
but
was
so
asking you to just send it to me again because like it's
but
all
so
a fucking
there's
mess.
got to be a way to do this. Okay, so let's just go old school with it. How did we do this before we had cloud storage? Right, I can send you a zip file, right?
Yeah, I
So
think you
I'll
should be
just
able
do
to do
that
that. Okay.
because I'm just living off a thumb drive for now.
Mm.
And so I just don't have, the super cloud backup that I can
No,
access
that
from my phone and send people links to and
yeah,
all that fun stuff.
yeah. No, I
Because
hear
I
you.
just it just wasn't in the budget this year, suffice to say.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, I don't like use any of that shit either. So
Yeah. No, it's nice. And quite frankly, $119 a year is not that much, but
it seems like a lot to me. But
well, in the grand scheme of things, it's
I'm also
not,
not trying to
but
write a book.
being able to access it from anywhere and send it to people like that was
Yeah,
very
it probably
convenient
works.
for
It probably
that.
makes sense to you, but
Uh,
I'm such a fucking petty pincher. It's ridiculous. Like,
no, and like I was upset that they wanted to charge me anything at all. I'm like, what? Really? You want me to pay for a Google service? Why?
right?
Like,
That's my thought process. I'm like, oh fuck you, no way.
oh my goodness.
Like I
Uh,
get fucking brazen. I get pretty brazen when they ask me, "Oh, do you want to like more storage for your emails?" Like, no, I will delete. Thank you. Like, I'm paying you like $2.99.
sorry, I'm writing that down so I don't forget to do it.
Okay, good.
Because that's the kind of thing I'll be thinking about while I'm driving in the car every day for the next week and then never actually do.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
So bad, so bad. But so yeah, the house has a library in it, and
Hmm.
the character has discovered poetry. So like I'm gonna be working some like old school poetry into its world building and its characterization, and it's
Okay.
just it's really gonna help bring the library to life too, I think, which is kind of an integral part of the whole setting, which because it gets destroyed later. Spoiler alert.
Don't just spoil me.
That's much later. Much
Fair.
later. Sorry. Um anyways, yeah, so as far as the connective tissue, you don't think that they're like
Not
the
from what
character,
I
she
recall.
doesn't feel too passive to you, or like you're
No,
like
but like we've talked about the characterization where I think that she's spoiled, but
right.
like she doesn't have the like she doesn't like yeah, but I think that that's part of the characterization that I get from her. But someone who's not used to the real world kind of a thing, like,
Right.
but I think that's the purpose, right? I think we've talked about that.
Right. No, I'm not wondering whether there are any negative characterizations. That's
No, I'm just
fine.
saying that that's the kind of like someone who's naive and stuff like that. But I don't
Yeah.
think that like I don't. I think the characterization is good. I think like I can like
Okay.
it's really molded that perception that I have of her is that she needs to still grow up a little. Like they yeah.
Yeah. So it's not the feeling of like where the stuff just happens to the character and the
No.
character doesn't have any thoughts or feelings about those things. It's
Oh
not
no,
like
she has
that.
a lot of feelings and thoughts.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay, great. Because
That's
I'm
what helps
really
me build that perception of her.
right. Okay, this is great to hear because that's what I'm going for, obviously.
Yeah, so
She's
like
not
that's why I said
always
I don't feel like it's unconnected, like, or that it jumps around too much or anything like that.
okay, okay. Because I was looking at it last night. Oh, here, I'll show you. This is fun. I got another poster board. I was showing you the one poster board, right?
You
So
got a poster board? Nice.
yeah, this is the whole book.
Oh wow.
Every scene in the whole book so far
Oh, that's so
of
cool. That's
part
cute.
one and part two, and then I guess eventually part three might fit down here. I don't know.
You might
I'll
have to
worry
get a
about
bigger
that
poster board.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I was looking at part one, which is pretty well tied up, as you say. It reads pretty smoothly at this
Yeah.
point. And so, because I'm trying to, so I have this characterization of the library that I want to begin building, and I want to plant something of it back in here.
Yeah.
And I decided to put it in the part where she sneaks downstairs to like recopy the stuff into her own notebook.
Okay. Yeah.
Right after her first lesson on the botany. Because there's a little bit of like it also helps characterize the history of this whole place, but I don't want to go too heavy with it right there early on because she's still really young and she wouldn't know any of that shit yet.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of lays a foundation for stuff in part two.
Oh, okay.
So you saying that is really cool because I was looking at that and going, I don't know, that stuff's pretty tight. I don't think there's anything. I don't know what it needs. I don't know.
I think you're just being overly critical.
So if it doesn't need anything, that's very helpful. Actually, that's good.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's what I think.
So like just a couple of lines in that part, and I think I can do that pretty well. And then I call them walkabouts, where she's out wandering the countryside doing her thing.
Yeah.
And I have this scene already written that I like it the way it is, but I'm going to add on the exposition about the library at the beginning so that it kind of works into this. And then it was so amazing reading this poem because there's a lot of imagery in it that really works with the scene I've already written.
Okay.
Or like plays off of it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is too cool not to do.
Yeah.
And her thing is that like once she's written something out, that it's in her head.
Yeah.
So like she finds this book of poems and falls in love with the poetry, and she's like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm gonna memorize my favorite ones, and so she writes them out. And then she's out walking around later on, like being like trying to half remembering the one and she's like, oh shit. And that one's a lot longer. You know what? I'm not even going to copy it out. I'm just going to steal the book from the library. I'm just going to take it, And so it ends up being a big characterization point. And then later on, she flips through this book of poetry like some people would a Bible, and just picking what verse like speaks to her at that time.
Yeah.
So it's going to carry on through further on into the story as well, like into the future, like into books 2 and 3. So it's this like stable characterization
No, I know what you
point.
mean because there's like for me, there's been times when something in like say nonfiction, political, whatever that sticks to you, like a certain verse, and then you carry that with and you intertwine that with your theories,
right?
Like the whole men parasites thing from fucking
Well, especially, and if you're a more sort of intuitive person, and you tend to interact with the world in a more intuitive kind of way, then like, yeah, there are certain phrases or certain images or certain something that strike you, and you don't necessarily know why at the beginning, but you're just like, you know what, I need that. I'm just going to take that and keep it with me. I don't
Yeah,
really know why.
exactly.
And then it can be 10, 20 years later that it really, you're like, oh, now I understand this thing. I'm glad I brought this with me.
Yeah,
It's like that.
yeah. There's things that just stick with you and then just makes sense. And the
Right.
more time goes on, it makes more sense. And so it just stays.
Right.
And
Or
then you
even a
don't even
different
realize
kind of
it's there.
sense.
And it's in your mindset and you don't even realize that you're utilizing it, but it's there.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know what
Exactly.
you're trying to do.
Right. So this is a framework for like the character's perspective through these poems, and it's so much fun. I've just the
Yeah.
last couple of days I've been working on this. I've been having so much fun with this.
Yeah, I can tell
So
because you just light up when you talk
that
about
is,
it.
thank you.
And
So
then I come along and bring the doom and then he can light things up with the book.
well,
We bounce off
and
each
so
other.
well, and so this is one of the things like there are deeper themes at work down deep down in there that I am cooking up as well, and it has to be entertaining. It has to bring people along. That's what I'm saying. Like, it isn't just with the government that the frontal assault doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's also with the human mind.
Mhm.
It's really difficult to walk up to your average person and convince them of shit.
Right? Oh, I know.
So, yeah,
But I am actually pretty good at that, but I have to have a one-on-one individual fucking sit down with these people.
well, right, but like, just generally speaking, it's
But
difficult
on
to,
a general basis and a more widespread it doesn't.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
sorry, that was my battery dying.
Oh
I'm gonna have
no.
to probably go soon.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I need to go to the store. If we get off here early, I'll go get myself something for breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, get yourself something to breakfast. Take a look. I'm gonna send you the link if you want to eat breakfast and be even more cynical. I can always open it
Okay,
up.
so when are we going to do this again, really quick? Because
Um,
2 weeks from today is also a Wednesday. Do you want to do a reading? Do you want to come on the 30th, which is like two
when you
days
come on
after
the
that?
30th, we can do the next, so not next week, but the week after on a
Right.
Wednesday.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll see if I'll get that techno feudalism book in.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'll try to do that, and then we can maybe read a chapter, or we can just do this. We'll, see how it goes.
Okay. So we'll
Yeah,
touch base in 2 weeks, and then on the 30th as well. That's 2 days in the
yeah,
same week, I think.
that's okay with me.
Okay. Just checking.
As long as you don't mind, we're good.
No, yeah. Like, I'm gonna be here, I guess, definitely on the Friday because just to do for support for the video. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for having me on. I'm so glad I was able to rant about
thank you
all
so
this
much for
crap in the
coming.
world.
Yes.
And I will
Yeah.
send that link to you. Make sure to post it. And bye, everyone.
Yeah. Bye. I'll send you the zip file, I hope.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bye,
remember
honey.
to do that.
I will.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye. Bye, everybody. I guess I'm gonna go a little early this week and go get a little bit of grocery shopping done. That sounds fun. My guest is super awesome. Yes, thank you, Scott. I agree. Um, we're keeping it warm. Watch the space. It's the reason for the pivoting of my channel and my speculation about the future of the world. Is it going to be dark times? Yeah, probably, unfortunately. I don't necessarily disagree with anything that she was saying, you know? But regardless, I think that unfortunately the larger ideas of enlightenment materialism have pretty much played themselves out and been. Anyway, I'm going to make this point better in the video. I haven't really 100% thought through the verbiage yet. But suffice it to say, the reenchantment, my voice is very faint now. Oh, great. Suffice it to say, the reenchantment of the world is, in my opinion, inevitable. And what we make of it is what's important, is what's at question, anyway. So thanks for hanging out all this time, Scott. I really appreciate you, man. Solid. And yeah, we'll check back in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be working on that video for the next couple of weeks, solid, because I gotta have it up on the 30th. Video on the 30th. So watch this space. I hope you have a good day, man. I'll see you next time. Bye.